Yes guys, what you're saying in this video, I'll be showing you on how you can make $100 a day flipping Solana NFTs in this current market. I'll be showing you the current meta, on how I've been doing the same, and also how you guys can do it, giving you a step-by-step guide. And with that being said, now let's get right in. So the strategy revolves around gambling NFTs in Solana. There's a bunch of them right now in the popular collection. You got DCoinFlip, DGamble, the Dust Gamblers, DustCrash, which I'll be touching on in a second. And you know, we got a lot of projects: Flippercoin, DustCoin, Degen Fat Cats, Crash Faces. Now there's a lot of projects. This is the current meta. Crash Faces was probably one of the most successful ones recently, currently with a floor price of 56 Solana. And the main thing you got to understand from these projects, they revolve around holding a NFT to receive some of the profits made from the game. In this case, you got Crash Faces, they got the SoulCrash.io game, and in that, all the gambling done in there, all the profits made from the losses are distributed back to the holders. And in this case, it's 90% of the profits which are distributed daily to the holders of these NFTs. Now, how do you actually find these projects? How do you identify them so you know it's gonna do well? Now, I'll give you an example on how I did this. So the project was DustCrash and CoinFlip. It's currently on a floor price of 16.4 Sol, minted for 0.2 Sol 2 days ago. And how did I identify this project? What did I see that I thought, you know what, this project is gonna do well? The way I did it is simply by doing some easy research. The research literally is, you gotta make sure the supply is low. 999 is perfect. Anything more than 1,400, something like that, I personally wouldn't look at too closely. It's got to have a low supply. It's got to have a decent profit sharing. I'm saying over 50%, 70% actually minimum, I would say, because a lot of these projects have had 70% at least. For example, DGamble, which just launched recently, you can see here it's just going wild right now. It has a profit share of 70%. You got DCoinFlip, which again is one of the popular collections from the last hour. It's got 77%. And not only that, boys, you got to make sure that the mint price is cheap. And by that, I simply mean it's got to be below 1 Sol. And in this case, DustCrash and CoinFlip was a 0.2 Sol mint. Now, not only that, boys, the website has got to be live before the mint goes live. In this case, as I mentioned, DustCrash and CoinFlip ticked all the boxes for me. The game was already live before the NFT went live for mint, so you were able to actually play on this CoinFlip game, similar to the Degen CoinFlip, but obviously it's their own version, much faster and much better in my opinion. And you know, you're able to see here, same thing as Degen CoinFlip, you're able to double your Solana in seconds if you win your bet, and if you lose your bet, you obviously lose your money, and that profit generated will go back to the holders of these NFTs. To all 999 holders, 70% of the profits will go back. And you know, this website was live before the mint went live, so obviously that's a massive case study for the project, as they are delivering work before the mint. And that's basically how you're able to identify a solid gambling project. If the website's live before the game, you've got a little gem in your hands. And you can see here, these guys have been pulling volume in their website. You can see here, 5,000 Solana flipped in a day. And if you go down here, you're actually able to see Solana Land actually built this game. So the team, they got their own team, of course, but the game, the website itself was built by Solana Land. Now, if you don't know what Solana Land is, it's a Solana project that builds tools for other Solana NFTs. And you can see here at the moment, they are building a lot, and I mean a lot, of these gambling sort of websites, including DustCrash and CoinFlip's website. They actually built DustCrash Flip. They've built this, they basically helped them build it, and at the moment they're building a bunch more for others. With that being said, you can see here some other projects that Solana Land are building, which in my opinion will do well. You got here DGamble NFT, which at the moment is just, yeah, it's doing really well. It's in the most popular page. There you go, from 0.4 to 1 Solana in minutes, literally minutes. But you know, this one is doing really well. You got DCoinFlip is another one. And if you go down here, you're able to see different projects that these guys built. You got Plinko.sol they've built, Solagio Casino, Monkey CoinFlip, DustCrash and CoinFlip. 4 of these 6 projects they've actually built, you can see here. So obviously, a good way to keep up with some of these projects that will do well is by staying active on Solana Land's Twitter. Definitely one way to do it. And one way you can do it is also like these tweets, like the tweets of other of these NFTs Twitters and sort of reply, get active in them. So when you actually go through your feed, you actually come across a lot of these gambling projects just automatically brought to you by the actual sort of community. The thread is actually about DustCrash NFT, which I just talked about. Probably the most successful projects that I also managed to mint in this gambling meta. So this gambling meta we are in has presented many with a lot of opportunities for quick flips and great ROIs. However, it also presented a lot of rugs in the community. With that being said, DustCrash NFT has shown great price action, but unlike most of these rugs, we have seen a pump. Needlessly, they have working product out that's gone unnoticed by many. They also have partnered up with Solana Land HQ, who helped develop the game. The project is self-explanatory. They are putting out a coin flip, but you guys get the idea. It's everything I've talked about. This tweet, I'll be linking it down below, as it's really well put together from Solsky. I'll link it down below, and he basically just goes through a lot of these projects. And basically, the main thing you gotta look out for, cheap mint, it's got to have a sort of decent website already up and running before the mint, to have the service provided before the mint. They obviously got to have an okay community. That's not too important, but they also, if they are built by someone like Solana Land, if they have any sort of mutual followers, definitely worth looking at. That being said, another project that's done this perfectly was probably Looties. This minted a while back and they've been delivering ever since. Now this was before all of the meta even started. This went up to about 60 Solana floor price, and in this case they got a loot box gambling game, and you're able to receive a profit again as a hold of this NFT. And at the moment the floor price is 14.8, with the mint being ridiculously cheap. But that's the meta, guys, gambling NFTs. With that being said, I did mention I'll show you a project that fits the same strategy that I'm really hyped on. In this case, I'll talk about Solana Lucky Wheel. I haven't been sponsored by them in any way. This is just an honest review. I'm not sure how well this will do. However, it does tick all the boxes for me. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact the website, the game they have live right now, is just a demo and not a full game yet. However, the fact their docs kind of makes up for it. They got 5,000 followers. But the only thing I'll be looking forward to in the mint day is what is the mint price and what will be the total supply. A lot of this info is not shared here, unfortunately. However, you can see here that they are going to be minting in July 29th at 8 p.m. So they'll be announcing a lot of this info in their Discord. But with that being said, the strategy literally is finding these projects, being able to get in them early before they even hit 1 sol, and then selling them on for a profit for whatever it is, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or even more sol. At this very moment, I ended up selling my DustCrash coin flip a bit too early, which I do regret. But at the same time, boys, you know, good on the project. They've been killing it. Mint was 0.2 sol, 16 floor right now. Keep an eye on these guys, because I do have a feeling it will go much higher. But remember, that's not financial advice. Do your own research. With that being said, it's been your boy Cryptoalert. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, subscribe to the channel and like that video. Other than that, boys, peace.